There's one stock that is about to break out. It is an Argentinian stock. Argentina, Javier Milei just won the midterm elections, and the stock market really likes that. So the Argentine peso has appreciated 10% as compared to the US dollar. Argentinian bonds are up. And most importantly, for us as stock investors, equity investors, there are companies such as this one. The ticker is MELI, Mercado Libre, the Amazon of Argentina, that are well positioned to benefit from this national boom in the economy, the increased GDP, and the e-commerce wave, which is reaching its way around every corner of the globe. In this midterm decisive victory, it helps these stocks go up. It's not financial advice. Let's take a look.
This is Sam Putnam.
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 So this is the company MELI, Latin America's leading e-commerce and fintech company. And this is the chart right here. You can see that gap up right here. So pretty significant. And if we look on a 5-year chart, you can see how close we are to all-time highs just from a month ago. So what this is a massive growth in e-commerce, massive recovery for an economy, Argentina, and without even knowing anything about politics, you can say these companies, this market, definitely likes that midterm election victory. So we can see that in Meli, we can see that in other Argentina companies, YPF, and then also this Argentinian bank, BMA, big move up, ton of volume as well. So you could say, why not buy this one? Well, I don't think you want to jump in on a gap up that high, personally. I don't think you want to jump in on a gap up like that on YPF. So why Meli? Well, not only has it been channeling up, which I don't love channels in general, but this is over a 5-year period. So it's pretty much gone sideways, down a little bit over the past year. And this could be a change in character for this company for sure. It does have earnings in just a couple of days. So maybe you just want to wait, almost certainly want to wait for those to come out. But this is definitely good to have on your radar. And the volume's not as significant right here. But again, as we just saw for YPF or BMA, that's significant volume. That's significant volume. So this is definitely a massive piece of news, this midterm election for the market. And we do remember what that can do to sort of stocks that are somewhat politically implicated. We saw the Tesla move after Trump's election is 80% up, which was absolutely crazy. So you have to consider Meli. It's a way to diversify, you could say, to get a piece of an emerging market that is somewhat safe to invest in. It's listed on the NASDAQ. And as far as what this company does, they are the Amazon of, well, Latin America. They are growing almost 40% year-over-year revenue increase. And they have substantial growth in the massive markets, Brazil, as well as Argentina, Mexico. They also are expanding into logistics, which is, you can imagine how important it is to catch up to Amazon in terms of last mile delivery, or really, I mean, I haven't been to Argentina, but pretty much any delivery that is fast at all is probably pretty helpful for this company. This is the other company to watch, YPF, Argentina's largest energy company, also having that gap up. So if they're doing well, then I think you can see that in Melly as well. Melly, of course, we just looked at the chart and we saw that Melly's been channeling up over the last 5 years, whereas YPF has been a little more euphoric, so a little more resembling sort of stocks, that we have here in the US. So definitely want to keep an eye on those peers, and then this bank as well, BMA right here. So see if this gap upholds. Probably want to watch this earnings at the end of the month for BMA if you get into YPF, but YPF earnings also important. Melly earnings are super soon though, so that's why this is definitely on radar, combined with that midterm just happening right now. This isn't the typical chart in terms of a chart just looking interesting. For example, like a AAOI, sort of an example of a similar channeling up chart that, choppy, but eventually breaking out, where you could just look at a chart and say, this thing definitely is strong. That is the case, that over a 5-year period, this is definitely strong, but it is important right now due to the two factors I just mentioned, the midterm election and earnings. So a little more info about basically what's going on in Argentina. GDP is projected to grow 5% and then 4% next year. So definitely business loves this midterm election. Bond market has rallied in the last couple years. That means other countries like their debt, they feel comfortable investing in their debt, which is a big deal. This is the stock index jumping 40%. And then this is the peso appreciating as well as compared to the dollar. So that's a good catch up sign. We'll see what he actually comes out with in terms of policies, but it's pretty clear just from that gap up that this is definitely a major positive for the market. There is some other factors, including lithium. So this is kind of what we're talking about. Melly is an e-commerce company, it's true, and fintech. However, they also are kind of an example of Argentina's strength as an emerging economy. And Argentina has 20% of the world's lithium reserves, which is a lot. Lithium is really important for batteries, for electric vehicle batteries, which is important for renewables, not just for cars. It's a very valuable commodity. The US is trying to become independent from China. We have Lithium America, which is a recent company that the US government took a stake in, LAC, following their stake in MP Materials. So lithium is definitely important, and the US is going to be friendly to Argentina, not just because of the lithium, but it definitely doesn't hurt. And there's also just the stock market as a whole is viewed more favorably. So JP Morgan is sort of saying that this market is getting upgraded. It's not just an emerging market. It's a market that's worth investing in. And Meli has been talked about for over a year. We can see $1 billion coming into Argentine stocks is a big deal, and Meli is likely to be a major beneficiary of that. And then the IMS as well, the International Monetary Fund, approved a $2 billion package, basically to back and stabilize the economy, encourage foreign direct investment, and that's certainly going to help the largest e-commerce company. So there are some other factors as well, trade related, but all we really have to know is that trading freely with Argentina is happening. This is the biggest company. This is the best company to invest in right now. We can see that from the chart on a 5-year channel forming here. And yeah, we can look at a couple other basically backbones of the Argentine economy, BMA and YPF. But in terms of immediate investment, this is the one that has earnings coming up. This is the smallest gap up. This is sort of a left side peak if you want to look at it technically, which does matter because just like every other company on the NASDAQ, a lot of people just use technicals and don't even look at what the company does. And then that midterm election was a big boom as well. So that's the idea, MELI, Meli. If you like these ideas, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe. And if you want to take advantage of earn $1,000 in stocks in the next 90 days or get your money back guarantee, try it out. Hit that join button, or head over to stockscommunity.com to join the Discord, where you get the best idea of the day and see if this guarantee is for you. It's not financial advice, but hope it helps.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.